Dude, believe it or not, if I remember correctly, that was your line. You'd always Mr.
Blum,
Major.
blum,
Blum, blum,
blum,
blum,
blum,
blum. We have a
blum.
little tiny little Martin that we'd take on the road with us, and
yeah.
Justin would just pop in the back of the van and start playing little lines. He's an incredible guitar player, and
We started that
it's
actually at
more
Tyler's
like
house.
he can play faster than us because he's a drummer and he just knows how to play
Yeah,
fast. Yeah, and
that's
he's
where
always
all of our
down-
songs got way out of our tempo range.
Had a lot of time in the old band.
Yeah, downstroking.
Yeah.
But that's where that line came from,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Riffing.
Yeah, I think just a drum loop and Logic, and then I think you had a little recording of.
Yeah, I don't really remember what this.
Where was this? Is another mumble.
Yeah, all mumbles. But I'm pretty sure we.
You know, it's funny though. I am gonna pick this guitar up.
Okay, that might have been before we added that.
There's a way that they always like to write, and I feel like Chad and James always give us a hard time, and it's like sticking to those majors. They're way more nerdy about it, but like.
Yeah, they
Major,
hated that.
and
Because
then
it's
going
four
to-
major. I mean, it's not supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
But I think that
hated
rules.
that, and we loved it. Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe
We
that's
argue-
just like the '90s rock and roll kids in
Right.
us that
Yeah,
love
maybe
that
so.
feel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'd be ironic if Mr. Major had minor chords.
Yes, that's what? Never thought about that. Now we have a reason to
Engineer's
say that it's a major. Well, that's why
Yeah.
we did the major.
Well, what were we supposed to do?
Yeah, what were we
Well, that's why it's
supposed
called
to
Mr.
do?
Major. It's a major chord. That's where the origin of the,
Yeah.
But,
Man.
yeah, it's like really interesting lyrics, sort of.
That was another big battle trying to figure out what that song, what do I do with that line? That was just a
Because
line. That's how I heard that melody.
The chorus melody is so big and drawn out and beautiful, and that's where you thrive. And then it comes into this like macho kind of.
Well, and that was actually maybe the hardest, because it was so, I mean, that was kind of fun. We were just talking about in the car ride up here the tune's basically about like the struggle with living up to expectation. And I've never really found myself like being a macho guy, you know what I mean? But went all through sports and just kind of hated competition and hated like bumping up and wrestling with people, and you know what I mean? And so I think there's kind of a play on that being so tough sounding and it not actually being tough sounding. There's kind of a happy medium there.
It's pretty tough sounding to me.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's a little kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's why the verse came out that way, because that was, I think the first thing I wrote was that first verse, which was deep down.
I wish that
How does it go?
deep
I
down.
always knew that I was better than you.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah,
Take
which
a
I
look around,
loved.
You're the victim again.
Yeah.
So I
You
had
know
a
the
lot of
song?
suppositions about who that was about, but
Yeah.
is it an internal address?
I think it is, and that's what I mean, I think I was upset at that point in my life, and there's a couple things that were going on with just some people, and I felt I just felt that way, but then I wasn't really at anyone, and I didn't know how to write a song, and again, like, it just doesn't feel good to write a song about being angry to someone for me. Like, I'd never really, which you shouldn't, but I've never really known how to like complete that thought or to want to live with that forever or play that over and over and over again. So I made the second verse just be about me and my own mistakes and my own just the things that I'm subjected to, and but the Mr. Major thing was just, it just felt good to like kind of almost put this general or something in mind, somebody that we could all just be mad at, and
The man.
yeah, in a way, and that's who it is. But it's we're tied up together, and there's nothing we can do about it, and we've got to. I mean, like, you can't really escape your expectations,
Right.
even if you are comfortable with not exceeding them. So it just felt like, but again, I didn't really just sang so well to me, Mr. Major, Mr. Major. We even talked about changing it a lot,
to be something that made more sense,
but it just ended up just.
Oh, it's pretty great because I mean, to me, and now that you mentioned that sort of thinking, it's like Mr. Major maybe is like the ego inside us. That's like
I think of that the major in your face. Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's fascinating. Yeah, it's fun to dive into lyrical meanings, and even I've found that people who write them find new meanings behind the songs. You know, like talking to people.
Yeah, and I was actually pretty self-conscious about that first verse because it sounds so specific, but I hope people enjoy singing it. I mean, it feels good to whatever you're aiming it at. It just feels good sometimes to like allow yourself to be aggressive or allow yourself to be however you are.
You have to get that feeling out.
Yeah.
You know, and embrace it at times. You know.
Mm.
That's awesome.